Okay, so we're just going to quickly go over some spelling tips, especially in relation to your writing paper, which is obviously where you're going to get marked on in terms of spelling. You won't get marked on your spelling for the reading paper unless you've spelt something so badly that the examiner genuinely can't understand what the word's supposed to be, in which case you might lose a mark. But for the writing paper, it becomes very important. Now, the really important thing to remember here is you're allowed a dictionary in the exam. However, you don't get an awful lot of time to proofread, really. So I would really recommend getting a dictionary now if you don't have one. They're very cheap. You can pick them up in charity shops incredibly cheaply, like 50p to a quid. And many other bargain shops may also sell a dictionary for around about that price as well. Practice using your dictionary now. That's important. If you're using a word processor to type up your answers on the Moodle, don't rely on the spell check, don't right click, don't check the right word. Get your dictionary out and check it there. Get used to using a dictionary and you'll find it a lot quicker in the exam. And remember, what you want to be doing with your dictionary is you want to be trying to identify the first 2 or 3 letters of a word so you can quickly narrow down whereabouts in the dictionary you need to be looking. If you have dyslexia or some other learning difference that means that you struggle with this, it's even more important that you let the course administrator or tutor know. Because the sooner we know, the sooner we can try and put something in place and maybe get you extra time to reflect the fact that you're going to need a bit of extra time in the exam to look up spellings and things like that. One way that you can help with just memorising spellings, it's always better if you remember them rather than having a look at the dictionary, is mnemonics. And mnemonics are little rhymes that you have for those trickier words to spell. I'm going to give you a couple of examples here, although there are plenty online that you can look up, and I'll even be providing a few links in the Moodle to some of those mnemonics. So the first one, because, you can remember as baby elephants can always understand small elephants. So that'd be B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Now, the human brain's a funny thing, your memory's a funny thing. The more hooks you have on something, so the more different ways you have to remember something, the more likely you are to remember it. And that's why mnemonics work for this. The other one is necessary, which a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people struggle with because they're not sure whether it's 2 C's or 2 S's. So one way you can remember this is think of a shirt. 1 collar, 1 C. 2 sleeves, 2 S's. As I said, there are many other of these little rhymes to help you remember things. Tricky one for a lot of people is homophones, and with this it is just a matter of practice. I do have a little activity on the Moodle for practicing homophones, but one that people get stuck on a lot is the difference between there, there and there. There with the apostrophe, this one, refers to a group of people. There, H-E-I-R, refers to a possession belonging to someone, and there, T-H-E-R-E, refers to a place. One way you can remember this is you can just delete the T at the start. And what do we get? Well, H-E-I-R is, well, as a word it means an heir to something, as in someone's going to inherit something, like an heir to a throne. So again, you've got that connection there between property, haven't you? So that's a good way to remember that one. And there, T-H-E-R-E, with the T removed, is here, another way of talking about a place or a location. And, yeah, so that's one way you can remember this. So, their car is over there. Well, we know that's going to be the possessive one, don't we? So, and this must be the location one because it's saying over there. So that would have to be the T-H-E-R-E one. And that leaves us with the they are. Now, spelling in the exam. When it comes to the exam, if you're really absolutely stuck, if you've looked in your dictionary, you can't find how to spell a word, I would say hazard a guess. The reason for this is that spelling in the exam is worth, depending on what question you've got, it's worth either 3 or 4 of your overall marks. But if the word you're trying to spell is going to get you extra marks in terms of demonstrating you can use a wider range of vocabulary or more formal vocabulary, because often those formal words can be trickier to spell, it's probably better to go out on a limb and hazard your best guess at a formal spelling rather than not using any formal language at all and losing all those marks. So, there's some tips and tricks in the spelling exam, and now you can get on with the rest of the Moodle.